alaikum, my dear students. My name is Numan. How are you, my dear students? I hope you will be fine. Welcome to Advanced English Grammar. Before starting the class, I would like to tell you about my YouTube channel. The name of my YouTube channel is Spread the Useful Knowledge. Share these videos to your friends, colleagues, and relatives through WhatsApp, Messenger, and Facebook. Tell them subscribe my YouTube channel. Now we are going to come our main topic. Today we are going to talk about the regular and irregular verbs. What are regular and irregular verbs? How they are formed? And what is the difference between these two? This is the last video about this part of the speech. After completing this video, we will talk about the fourth part of the speech, and that will be the adjective. Now we are going to discuss here the regular and irregular verbs. Regular verbs are those which have some rules and regulations. Irregular verbs are those which don't have some rules and regulation. Keep in your mind, the verb has three forms. First form of the verb, second form of the verb, and third form of the verb. In the language of English, we say to these base form of the verb or present form of the verb, past form of the verb, and past participle form. These are the forms of the verb, right? For example, walk, walked, walked. Eat, ate, eaten. You can see there are three forms of the verb. We will take this one, walk, walk, walked, walked. Whenever you are going to convert, to change the base form of the verb into past form of the verb and past participle form of the verb, we just add ed with these two verbs. Past form of the verb with past form of the verb and with past participle form of the verb. Now you can see this pattern, eat, ate, eaten. You can see we did not put here any d, ed or ied. It was completely changed. When we are going to make the past form of the verb, the past participle form of the verb, it is completely changed. It doesn't have any pattern. But now you can see it here. It has the pattern. So by adding at the end of these two verbs, past form and past participle ed, this is called the regular verb. This is called what? The regular verbs. And eat, ate, eaten, it doesn't have any rules. It was completely changed. This is called the irregular verbs, right? This is called the irregular verb. Now, how the regular and irregular verbs are formed. We use d, ed, ied at the end of the verb. They become past form and past participle form. Irregular verbs, it doesn't have any fixed pattern. Keep in your mind. For example, call, called, called. You can see. We add here ed with the first form of the verb and with the first participle. Call, called, called. Die. Whenever at the end of the verb there is e, we will just add d. Okay? For example, die, died, died. This is the second rule of that. Whenever you are going to convert the base form of the verb into past form in past participle form. Now you can see it here, steady. Whenever there is y at the end of the verb, we will remove that. We will add I instead of that. And at the end of that, we will add ed. Now you can see study, studied, studied. Okay, this is the third rule of that. To convert the base form of the verb into base form, first form of the verb in first participle, right? Now we are going to talk about the irregular verbs. The irregular verbs we have divided into 4 groups. First group, second group, third group, and fourth group, right? For example, we will take this one first. Group 1. In the group 1, all the forms of the verbs are same. They are similar. For example, put, put, put. These 3 are same in pattern. You can see put, put, put. Group 2, the base form of the verb is different from the 2. Buy, bought, bought. The first form in the first participle form, they are same. Keep in your mind. This is group 2. Group 3. In group 3, the first form of the verb in the third form of the verb. It means the base form of the verb in first participle form of the verb will be same. For example, come, came, come. You can see come. It matches to the past participle form of the verb. Keep in mind. And the group 4, in group 4, all the forms of the verbs are different from one another. Okay? For example, go, went, gone. So it was our today class about the regular and irregular verbs. How the regular and irregular verbs are formed. The regular verbs have some rules and regulation, and the irregular verbs don't have some rules and regulation. We just, whenever we are making the regular verbs, we just add at the end of the verb d, ed, or ied. These are the rules and regulation to convert the base form of the verb into past form in past participle. Okay? But the irregular verbs, they don't have some rules and regulation. We divided them into 4 groups. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, and Group 4. In the Group 1, all the form of the verbs are same. Group 2, first form of the verb is different from the others. The first form in the first participle form, they are same. In Group 3, the first form of the verb in the past participle form of the verb, they are same. In group 4, all the verbs are different. Form of the verbs are different from each other. It was our today class. It was our last video about this topic. Inshallah, after this video, we will be talking about the adjective. Do subscribe our YouTube channel. The name of our YouTube channel is Spread the Useful Knowledge. Share these videos to your friends, relatives, and colleagues. That would be very kind of you. Thanks a lot of you. Thanks a bundle.